I got my hands on the Nintendo Switch 2 at a special event, and trust me, some of the footage you will see is going to be kind of wild. But let's go over all the games that I played, what my impressions are, and if it's going to be worth the very, very steep price. I want to actually start with Cyberpunk, because I was really impressed by how well that played on the Nintendo Switch 2. For one, you already see it, but the screen size is immense. I really, really like it. And I was playing the Phantom Liberty DLC here, and I'm surprised that even like on the Switch 2, you have a performance mode and you have a quality mode, and both looked and played very, very good. I did go for the performance mode eventually, and I was like, this is awesome. I think it's like 40 FPS, but still, that's like great on this system. And the Phantom Liberty DLC is not on PS4 and Xbox One, but they, could make it run on the Switch 2. I think that's very, I mean, we know Borderlands 4, for example, also coming to the Switch 2. I think it's going to be very exciting what will be possible, and I do think we will see a lot of cross-gen titles. I also played Hogwarts Legacy though, and I was not really impressed by that. Now, of course, it's a big upgrade from the Switch 1 version. That was just a very, very downgraded version of the PS5 and Xbox Series version. The one that I played here was basically quality mode, but worse. It was 30 FPS. I played the level that they had on the preview build as well. So if you never played Hogwarts Legacy, or basically only played it on Switch 1, sure, then it is an upgrade. But if you already played it on PS5, it's really a worse version. I could not play this in 30 FPS. It was, kind of a thing. But I did like the Pro Controller quite a lot. It's a huge upgrade from the Pro Controller on the Switch. Huge buttons. It feels really, really good to hold. So yeah, that's of course another, I think, $90 or something. But if you know you will be playing a lot of Switch 2 games, I do think it's kind of a get that you kind of need to have. But at least it's a good controller. It really felt like on par with, or maybe even better than, I would say, the base controllers of the PS5 and Xbox. I also got to play Donkey Kong, and here I was trying to figure out how you could throw the rocks to the enemy. The big thing about Donkey Kong is that you can destroy everything, and I of course wanted to test the limits, and you have then these green walls that you cannot destroy, but overall, it's kinda cool what is possible. I still like kind of struggle to see what what will keep you going, because you will be finding bananas, kind of like the stars in Mario. There was like a combat challenge as well that I could do, so then you have to fight enemies in under a certain time limit. So combat is also kind of a thing, and I think the game is gonna be solid. I think it's gonna be like an 8, but nothing like too crazy. It seems like that perfect launch window game. Wow, it seems like they want to save the actual 3D Mario for later for next year, and I think Donkey Kong is gonna be like a really fun launch type game. I was more impressed though by Metroid, and I got to play that, as you can see, with the 2 Joy-Con as like a mouse situation. And I really, really enjoyed playing it like this. You do at one point notice that your hand is kind of too big for the Joy-Con. Like usually a mouse, of course, way rounder than a sort of like vertical remote-like Joy-Con. I was like already trying things. I was like turning into the ball and hitting the enemies like that. But I was still figuring things out here. But overall, you can really aim very precise thanks to the mouse controls. The experience kind of felt like playing an arcade, if that makes sense, because you have these enemies just jumping around. You're shooting them by just only aiming your arm. So I don't know. It kind of felt like those like spawning in. I had a great time. It felt like a unique way to experience a Metroid game. So I'm all for it. I really hope they add more weapons and stuff, of course, like more ammo types, etc. over time. There was a boss fight as well later on that I don't have footage of, but you really had to use all your movement types, jump around, etc. in order to succeed. So it's kind of wild to me that we still don't have a release date for this. It would have been great as a launch game, because I feel right now, and I will talk about Mario Kart in a moment, you have the more yeah, you have the Mario Kart and you have the more like family-friendly Donkey Kong platformer type game. I would have loved to play this day one on Switch 2. Like you have like puzzle, of course, elements too, or like you use the ball to go through the area. Yeah, this was I think my favorite demo that I played. Although I think Mario Kart. Let's go to that right now. Or actually, let's for 1 second zoom a bit more into the Joy-Con. Like this is the wheelchair game, Drag and Drive. I really had to get used to it. It's basically Rocket League, but you're in a wheelchair, 3v3, and yeah, you throw the ball, and yeah, you have to move around using the two Joy-Con. The feedback you get by doing this is really, really good. So it feels kind of great to play, but look at this game. It's like gray. All the characters look like freaking the same, and I really struggle to see what the actual game is here, because it feels like the art assets are just not done yet. Yeah, you see me, of course, like focused here. But also here, the Joy-Cons are just too small. I really hope, and I'm not sure if they will, like for Metroid maybe, that they, or maybe a third party, release like an actual thing that you can put around the Joy-Con, so it's like more like a mouse. But yeah, here I was throwing. Oh no, I failed here. Yeah, it's an interesting game, and yeah, if you win, you can cheer. That's, I guess, what people are going to do. I don't know. No, this game has no release date. It's coming summer. Is there gonna be a career mode? Like Arms, you could immediately see. Okay, this is a game, but this wheelchair thing, I'm like, it's a tech demo. This should be like a Nintendo Switch online free game, and then hopefully some people will try it out. But it's really a kind of gimmick to showcase the mouse controls. I think it works well with Metroid, but I don't see this game being a thing at all. And yeah, another game. You already saw it at the start as well. This is the Welcome Tour. This is that Astro's Playroom game they're asking money for. And it's really to highlight the features of the Joy-Con. So yeah, cool. You just move this around. Now you're in this museum type area, and there's one mini game. So you run to these like stations, and then you play a mini game, and now I have to guess the frames. And like, for example, with the Wii, they had like mini games and stuff like that as well, but they were actually fun. This is not fun. It's really, really, really boring. And I hope nobody buys this, just to send a message where it's like, this should be included. Sure, you put time into this, but this is like a thing to highlight the features of the system that someone bought. And there's no fun to it. Again, Wii Sports, it was like a playful thing. This is like, I don't know. I now have to like guess the speed of the ball, and if it's like 60 or 40 or 120 FPS. That's the game. But yeah, my favorite thing, and totally the highlight of the event and of the Switch 2, is the new Mario Kart. Like, 24 players is wild. It looks insane. It's super colorful. Like, sure, the new Switch, not OLED. The new screen is great though. You instantly pick it up if you played Mario Kart before, but there are enough items and enough twists. And really, my favorite thing was the new Battle Royale mode. So in this Battle Royale mode, you also play with 24 players, but every checkpoint, some people fall off. So like the final 4. So instead of, sometimes a tactic in Mario Kart can be, okay, I'm gonna be in the final group because then I get the best items all the time. Well, if you do that in this Battle Royale type mode, here you want to make sure that you are in the top group, because otherwise, yeah, you will lose. So instead of only at the end having that sort of I want to be first, I want to be first. You're constantly trying to make sure that you're in the top 5 or whatever to get to the finish, and it's chaos, man. Like, that's the thing with Battle Royales. You don't want to feel cheated, but this is Mario Kart. So at one point at the end, you have these, like, the wizard or something, or the mage. Suddenly all these spikes appeared on the road. I was like, what the heck? And then I was like number 1 all the time, as you can see. So these spikes appear, and then out of nowhere, it felt like all the other carts spawned on me, and I was still number 4 while I was number 1 all the time. So, yeah, it's gonna be just a fun party thing, I think. Especially we had a very unique situation where we were with like 24 people playing on the floor. That will of course not be really possible at home. But I think it's like a fun twist to the Mario Kart formula for sure. That you start with 24 and then every checkpoint 4 people or so fall off. So just another thing, like again, there are a lot of costumes, a lot of characters you can play. And then, yeah, you have the open world stuff as well that we could not try here. I think this is going to be a great game, and obviously you can get it for $50 bundled with the Switch 2. Like, I think the hardware is great. It's a great upgrade for the Switch 1. It feels like the XL variant of the DS back in the day. And I loved the XL variant. Like, it felt like what I wanted the system to be, and that's kind of where I'm at with the Switch 2 as well. Now, obviously, the prices are insane. Again, I think Mario Kart, you want to just get that bundled in. But I think the machine itself, $450, for what they're showing here, it's pretty solid. I think it's pretty solid. Especially because it's still cheaper than a PS5 or Xbox. Maybe not Series S, but yeah, I think the Switch 2 more valuable than the Series S. Because you can, of course, take it with you. It depends on how Nintendo is going to support it with their own stuff, but obviously they're going to support it for years and years and years. And if you like these Switch 1 games, like I think this is going to be, if you like the Switch 1 generation, I think the Switch 2 generation will be better. Because it will be a way more capable system with similar games. But if you did not like the Switch 1, you're probably not going to enjoy the Switch 2. I had a great time, though, with the system. Looking forward to Metroid and the mouse play. Although, again, I'm having the Joy-Con, and it did cramp my hand at one point. So that's the sad part about it. So I hope they figure that out. But, yeah, let me know if you have questions about the Switch 2 or anything. And I will try to answer them in the comments down below. Subscribe for more React videos like this, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.